Yep, we're recording now, 9 seconds in.
Motherfucker.
Uh,
My name's Ariana. This is Caroline, and my week was fine. I have garden beds. Caroline went to a grocery store.
I go back through all that. So,
No, I'm not gonna redo all that.
I hate.
We are not like other podcasts that would do that, okay?
First of all, this is our third episode, so give us a fucking break.
Yeah, God damn it.
If I see one bad review because
My tits are sweaty. My tits are, okay? My tits.
oh my god. So I'm Caroline,
My name's Ariana.
and this is Wild and Woke podcast. You missed basically everything good in the last 34 minutes because we were not recording.
Facts.
So we were talking about being Mormon, but Ariana's like, I can't go through all that again. So now we're gonna talk about Scientology.
Hell yeah.
So let me get these notes that I didn't write
Perfect.
out real quick. Let me just hold on one second. So I'm just gonna have Rich show that, do that video when we do the episode with him because it's too funny not to share. But also, if I call him in here again, he's gonna be pissed.
That was literally the best thing ever. But yeah.
Okay, so basically, Scientology, um, is crazy. Have you ever seen the show with Leah Remini?
Hold on, let me.
Okay, Google it.
Remini.
Yeah, sure. Remedy. She was like an
Oh
actress.
yeah, she's from King of Queens. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So I watched all, I want to say there's 3 seasons. I watched them all in like a week because it was blowing my mind how like corrupt and just bizarre this church is, if you can even call it a church.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, this dude in, I want to say it was like the 40s, his name was L. Ron Hubbard, and he was like, I'm going to create a science.
Yes, this is so wild. Yes.
Yeah. And so he like created the science, and of course, the people are stupid in the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Just straight up stupid. So they're like, hell yeah, like this new science. And it's based on like extraterrestrial culture and like past lives, your spiritual.
Honestly, when you think about it, Scientology is just like this blend of science and spirituality, which is like the spirituality aspect of it, it's like hella heavy and the
Yeah,
science is really slim. So you just smash it together and you're like, but it's science, but it's not. And like spirituality is like based off of faith of what you can and can't see. So it's really like the ultimate like fuckery.
right. So their biggest thing is they believe that a human is an immortal spiritual being that is just a resident in a physical body, and they call that a, I want to say it's a thetan,
Mm-hmm.
thetan.
Yeah. Yeah, Thetan.
Yeah, and so you have this like innumerable like all these past lives, and you're just in a physical body until your next life,
Yeah.
which just is like it fucking blows my mind. Um, and I think the thing that blows my mind the most is there are some legit people in this organization.
Oh yeah, for real. And like obviously the first one that always comes to mind is like Tom Cruise and his
Right.
crazy ass.
Because he's like best friend. Did you hear how I just said friends?
Yeah, like
He's like best friends
he's like best friends.
with the lead dude who is, I don't know, I feel like maybe this might have to be like a 4-part thing.
Honestly though, but like I was like a while ago when I saw him jumping on the couch and everyone was like, Tom Cruise is fucking nuts. Like the church like considers him the Messiah
Because he's the most
because
nuts.
yeah, he's the most nuts and like honestly he has the most power and money and they think that he's changing the planet
Mm.
because of his like basically like celebrity power.
It's all those Mission Impossible movies.
It honestly is. They're like, oh, there he goes again, another movie, more Scientology.
It's like being seeped into our heads somehow through those movies. I'm not sure.
Right? There's like subliminal messages, like
Yeah.
whatchamacallit, Fight Club. Just like random
Yes.
like Scientology dicks all over that we don't even know.
Um, so with Scientology, you have to sign a contract for life.
Faux life.
Like not, and I don't even know if it's just for life. I think it's for like
Isn't it like
10,
past your life or something? It's like 10,000
10.
years or something,
Yeah,
or
I think it's 10,000 years. Let me pull
because
it up.
like I think it's like longer than your actual life. So you're like you're signing this for like your because like we're just chilling here for a bit, you know?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's not showing up right now. But yeah, it's a long time. Um, and you have to sign this contract and they just like brainwash you. That's basically what this, excuse me, organization does. So they get people in off the streets and they kind of trick them by having them take a personality test. And a lot of people have like who want to get in the church to do like research and you obviously can't, so they just go and they take these personality tests to see what they're all about.
Mm-hmm.
It's 500 questions and it
Okay,
takes
first of all, that's
average
too
of
many
2 hours,
questions. No, that's already too many questions for me. No.
right? And like this one guy, I was listening to a podcast today. It's called Surviving uh, Scientology.
Mm-hmm.
He said he went in when he was 17 to take the test because he was like really hated his job and he just saw the Scientology Center and saw the sign that said, come take a free personality test. So he went in, took it. It was 500 questions, and he said they literally ask you everything, like everything under the sun. And then he met with this guy, and he was like uh, a lead up guy that did the auditing and stuff. And he
Yeah.
was like, so, son, you're extremely depressed, and I wouldn't be surprised if you commit suicide in the next few days. You're
What?
not, yeah, like degrading him. Like, you're not worth anything. Nobody cares about you. We can see from your personality test that you're just like a trash human.
Oh
Yeah. And so this 17-year-old was like, wow, I am at a really low point right now, so I'm going to believe anything that comes my
my
way.
God.
Yeah, and so they send him home with like books to read and they sign him up for a course. And like they don't just sign you up for these courses for free. You have to pay thousands of dollars to take their
What?
courses. Yeah. So this 17-year-old just shovels out this money, goes home, starts reading these books, and these books are just like hyping up his ego. That's what they do. They like break you down and then they hype you back up and like blame
What?
everyone else in your life except you for your problems.
Wow.
So he started to like within 3 weeks, he was like disowning his parents for no reason other than these books told him like they were the root cause of his issues.
No way.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened and then his parents luckily before he was like went to this first course because once you're in it and you sign that contract, I'm going to talk
You
about that in a
fucked.
minute, but you're just like done. So his parents were like, we're really worried about you. We wish you would have just told us you were unhappy at your job. We would have helped you. And so luckily he was like pulled out of it. His parents like were able to talk him back to his senses and say like this is fucking crazy. Like you don't need to be
Wow.
a Scientologist. And so he did not go to the course. But the crazy thing is after he told the guy he wasn't going to come to his course, the guy emailed him and told him like basically what a piece of shit he was and he was going to read about him in the papers
No.
because he like was going to kill himself and it just blew that guy's
No
mind.
way.
Obviously, if you were to like politely say no thank you to someone and they emailed you back and they were like, you piece of shit, you're gonna fucking die. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy. And he says to this day, this was almost 20 years ago, I think. And he says to this day, he'll still get at least 2 emails a year asking how he is and how his family is from the Church of Scientology.
Oh my God. Well, do you know about like Lord Zenu? Am I like jumping the gun on talking about this?
No, go ahead. What is it? Lord Zenu, isn't that their like main dude?
This
No.
is okay. So South Park does a fantastic episode about Scientology. I
I love South Park. First of all, that's my
highly,
favorite show.
same, I highly recommend watching this episode because it is fucking nuts. I think like I don't remember what the episode's called, but it's called Trapped in the Closet because Tom Cruise is in it. That's right. And R. Kelly is also in this episode. It's fucking great.
Oh my God.
Definitely fucking watch it because it's nuts. But basically, so like Scientology, like that whole like faith-based, science-based thing, which this part doesn't fall on either side in my mind. It's like aliens. So like 75 million years ago, there was a galactic federation of planets that were ruled by Lord Xenu.
Wait, is this, hold on, pause. Is this what L. Ron Hubbard wrote in his book?
I don't know if it was written directly in his book or not,
Okay. All right.
but this is just like the beginning of their shit because Xenu thought that his planets were like overpopulated. So he got a bunch of different aliens from different planets. He froze them all because, clearly there's too much shit going on. And he put their bodies in this galactic like cruiser spaceships, which kind of looks like space like rockets, which were jet engine to Earth. The
Wow.
bodies were dumped in Hawaii volcanoes, and so the aliens died because they landed in a volcano.
In
And
Hawaii.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
But their souls all floated up to the sky. And Xena was like, I fucking knew this was gonna happen. And he just didn't want their souls to make it like back to the Federation of Planets because their shit was like, you know, too crowded. So he had these like funnels collecting their souls.
Oh my God.
And their souls were taken back to a brainwashing facility that Xenu happened to build on Earth. And all these souls were brainwashed and tricked into believing, I guess, like Scientology. And they were released onto the Earth confused. And that was the dawn of man.
What the that sounds like religion on acid.
That's literally what happened.
So they basically
So,
are
but like, see,
saying,
so the thing is like Scientology denies all of this. They're like, that's not true, but
it is.
it's true.
Holy shit. I don't think I knew like that in depth about that, but I knew it was like their whole religion was based on some weird like extraterrestrial shit.
Yeah, like Xenu is like their boy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's like a
God.
thing.
So I have real quick, I just found this interesting. Oh my God, never mind. Pause. Keep going.
Well, okay, have you heard about the e-meter?
Yes.
Okay, because
They do that during the audits, don't they?
yeah, so the e-meter, it's short for, okay, I have to read this word off the internet because I had to Google how to say it. It's electrophysometer.
Yeah,
I don't know.
phlebotomy maybe?
Yeah, so what also gets me triggered is it says it's a religious artifact, but like, um,
What?
it's like made modern day, but it's fine.
It's fine.
But
Fine.
it's like a spirit guide when they audit you during your quiz, or I guess like your exam, because that's 20 questions. An exam is 20, like, no, 200
Wow.
questions. Yeah, so your exam. But yeah, it's like used to like see how, I don't know, like how Scientology you are.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, that's they talked about this and Leah that shit, what is her show called?
King of Queens.
No, her show about Scientology.
King of Queens?
Scientology in the Aftermath is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
And it's on Hulu. You should watch it. It's really good.
Oh, hell
But
yeah.
so basically, you get started because you go in and do this personality test and they like degrade you and trick you into taking their courses. And so like every course that you take, you're supposed to rank up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like a continual thing too. Like,
Yeah.
so they kind of have you trapped. Like, they're like, oh, sorry, you didn't progress.
Yeah, and basically I think, correct me if I'm wrong, these e-meters tell them if they've progressed.
Yeah, because it like somehow like I think of it like okay, so it's like these two metal like cylindrical things that has like a wire attached in between them. They kind of look like nunchucks, but you hold on to them. But it also in my brain, I think of like, you know, in like PE class where they made everyone fucking measure their BMI.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, that's literally what it reminds me of. But like it somehow takes like your brain images and like scales them somehow
So
of like
total bullshit.
yeah, basically. It's like a BMI reader, okay? It just tells you if you're fat or not. That's all it does. And I'm like, this one's doing too high, so you didn't progress.
It's crazy to me that people like really go through these courses and go through these. I have to figure out what they're called real quick because I want to say they're called levels of Scientology.
Yeah.
Okay, here they are. Operating theta, theton. I gotta figure out how to say
Yeah.
that. Is it theton or theton? Anyway,
I
it's
think T10.
theton.
That
So
sounds
yeah, they're the
right.
operating thetons, and there's OT1, OT2, OT3, the wall of
Yeah.
fire, OT4, which is the OT drug rundown, OT5, OT6, OT7, OT8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it says the cost to move to level OT1 was $2,700, and that was in 2013.
Oh my God.
To get to OT2 is $5,200. To get to OT3 is $8,900. Oh my God.
No wonder Tom Cruise is their fucking leader. He's the only one that can fucking pay to be there.
Right. It doesn't give any levels after, I mean, any prices after OT3, but like some of these levels to get through them, you have to be in like a room doing your test for a full 24 hours. Like it's intense. It's like I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah,
You just
like
have to be in that
basically
room and be focusing on getting to the next level, and you have to do only that for 12 to 24 hours.
I know that they have to like pay for their classes on
Yeah.
top of that. Like they like beginner courses to like level up or whatever is like 650. And then like you are constantly like paying and paying like per hour for books, packages. Like you're paying like $500,000 to get to like your top tiers. Like and that's just it's like fucking like in itself it's like its own courses like for college. Like you're studying and doing all this shit
Yeah.
that you're supposed to be doing to like level up in your religion, which is nuts.
Yeah. Um it's just you're just spending. That's how they make their money is they get people to buy these courses for
Oh, hell
stupid
yeah.
amounts of money.
Mm-hmm.
So I found this thing and it's 10 interesting facts about
Oh my God,
Scientology.
tell me them all.
Okay. Number one, Scientology's. Oh, yeah. So this is something that they talk about in Scientology, the aftermath. L. Ron Hubbard, who is the creator of Scientology, was literally a science fiction writer.
Shut up.
Yeah, just literally a science fiction writer. Um, oh, which is just fucking irritating in itself. The fact that he created a
Wow.
quote unquote religion. Um, the founder of Scientology once told his wife he murdered their child. What?
What?
Apparently, when his second wife threatened to leave him, he kidnapped her daughter. He then called his wife and claimed he'd butchered the girl, but later called back and admitted she was alive. So, literally crazy as fuck, this dude.
Oh my God. Listen, I'm not trying to say that like I guess I should have started at the beginning of this episode by not saying we judge anybody for their beliefs, but
Oh, yeah, unless you're a Scientologist.
that I'm judging you so hard right now.
Sorry.
But like I'm not it's just like when you think about religion and faith, you generally it's always like of a good. Like you
Yeah.
always want it to be like, oh, good things, like because no matter what, like what you believe, even if you're like you're atheist and you believe in like the Matrix, when it comes to doing good and bad things, like you always feel good after doing good and you always feel kind of shitty after doing bad, unless you're a sociopath. But what? Like that's the person that's telling you this religion is like a thing and you're like, "Okay, yeah,
And
cool."
they think of this guy like even today they think of him as a god. They celebrate his birthday even though he's been dead for years.
Like, what? I mean, so do we with Christmas and Jesus, but whatever.
Well,
It's
yeah, but I mean, this is like I'm not saying it's their god, but they basically treat him like that and he's a
right,
fucking
right, yeah.
crazy dude. Okay, number 3. So what they do is okay, number 3 is members are pressured to talk about their sex lives when they go through
What?
auditing, which is what we talked about. They get audited for like 12 to 24 hours at a time before they can reach the next level. And if the auditor fails them, they have to like pay to take that court, level over again.
But it sounds
Um,
a lot like when you kind of like when kidnappers kidnap people and you're basically like turning into like their captive, but you like fall in love with your captor, whatever that's called. Like that's
uh,
is it Munchausen's? No, that's when
no,
they're
that's
poisoning you to death.
it's Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm. But that's kind of like what it is, but like with your faith, because when you think about it, your sex life is like hella personal.
Yeah,
And like and when they make you like talk about that, it's like one of the most like personal things you could do other than just like standing in front of them naked, you know? Like when then
and
they're
they
like,
don't
"Okay, we know everything about you and you failed, so let's try again." And you're like, "Fuck, they know I didn't say X, Y, or Z." And then like the next time around, you like tell them even more stuff and then they got you trapped, you know?
They do because it says on here that they keep detailed records of the audits, which means they have detailed records of like everything you're telling them. And when people threaten to leave the church, this is what they like come at them with. Like we have
Yeah.
your personal information. It's crazy. Also, number 4, and I remember this from the show, they don't believe in mental illness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like they think psychiatrists are evil. Like the Scientology probably hates psychiatrists more than anything else, which blows my mind. Like they
Yeah,
think
because they like pry upon people's like mental weakness to like gain power, which is nuts.
they're basically Satan to Scientology.
Yeah. Like it's crazy that you would want to have somebody like mentally unstable because you see that as like a positive for you to like get control over someone.
Yeah. Oh my God, this fucking blows my mind. There are actually Scientology prison camps.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so this guy on Leah Remini's show, I don't know if I'm saying her name right. I'm really sorry if I'm
Sorry,
not. You can
girl.
come at me,
Sorry for listening to our podcast. At
right?
me, but also leave me a $500 tip. 5-star review.
Um, so she had a guy on there who was like in one of these prison camps, and it's like literally a concentration camp,
Yeah, like what the
but
fuck?
legal because they're
Yeah.
work camps. What the
It's
fuck?
it's crazy.
Oh my! They call them rehabilitation. Wait. Okay, so one of the camps is known as the Rehabilitation Project Force. People were forced to eat meager meals and do hard labor. That's where disobedient members are sent so they can reindoctrinate.
Yeah, it's like basically like it's nuts. Like I don't understand how people because like most of the time like especially in like our time now with like the access to the fucking internet, people do
Well, that's the thing. They're
research.
not allowed to have access like we
But
do.
like
Like it's against their
before you decide to join,
Oh,
like
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
you be
yeah.
like, "Oh, before I go to a Catholic church, I should probably Google what the fuck Jesus is."
Yeah.
But they're just kind of like, here's $500, give me a class and some books." Like, what?
Well, they prey on weak-minded people. Like
Yeah.
if I see a sign on the street in front of a big blue church that says Scientology, I'm not going to go in and do it.
Right, facts.
So, but like kind of off topic real quick, this guy that runs this podcast called Surviving Scientology, he basically was saying that the Church of Scientology gives off this vibe because they keep like building new buildings, so they give off a vibe that they have a ton of money, but
Because
he
they
said that
do, yeah.
they're not doing that to gain more members because they know their dirty laundry's out there. Nobody's coming to join their church. They're doing
Yeah.
that to keep the current members brainwashed. Like, look at all this money we have. Look at how popular we are. Look at how we're affecting the world, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's so true.
Yes, it's fucking wild. I just pulled, okay, I'm gonna finish my list, but I pulled up a list of celebrities that we're gonna go over because there's actually
Yes.
a lot of celebrities in
Oh my God, what?
Scientology.
Well, half of celebrities are fucking crackheads, but continue.
True.
Go on with the next one.
The FBI investigated Scientology for human trafficking, which totally believable. Totally believable.
Wow, I am just like mind blown right now.
There's
But
been
but
so
it makes
many
sense.
there's been so many investigations on them and like they can't do anything.
Okay, it makes sense though because a part of like in the beginning when you were talking about that one kid and his situation, they basically make you like leave your family. They
Yeah.
ostracize you from like everyone you love to take control of you. And it's
Also,
nuts.
if you have kids in Scientology, you get your kids like taken away. Like you cannot raise your own kids.
Yeah,
Like
like
you
they raise
basically have no
them.
relationship with your own kids. They get sent off to like be
Yeah.
orcs or whatever, and you just they basically ruin families.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. They do. They like tear you apart. It's crazy.
Oh my God. So number nine, the church tried to censor Wikipedia, which I'm not super surprised by because I'm
Oh
pretty sure
yeah.
everyone's tried to censor Wikipedia.
Yeah, like I saw this episode of PewDiePie how he changed his height as like a joke and it was yeah. Anyways, it was a funny
That's why they
but
never let us use it as a reliable source in school.
yeah, because they're like, PewDiePie's not 7 foot 5 inches, the fuck? And I'm like, no, what Wikipedia says, it's fine.
It's fine. Okay, so number 10, the church spied on Nicole Kidman at Tom Cruise's request. Oh my God, because her dad was a psychologist.
Oh my God. No
They
wonder Nicole
wiretapped
Kidman was
her
like, I
phone.
gotta get divorced from this motherfucker.
My God, they wiretapped her phone. Holy balls. I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
I think that is illegal because she was just probably trying to like live her life.
Okay, so do you want to go through
Wow.
a list of celebrities who are in Scientology?
Okay, one that I know of that I was really fucking shook about, like, sorry if this fucks up your list, but was fucking what's her face from that 70s show, the Ginger Red.
Yes, that blew my
I
mind.
was like, what the fuck? Okay, honestly, probably because I only know her as the character from that 70s show and she's so level-headed and normal in the show that that's probably not her in real life. But I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, are you okay? Like, what? But then I saw
No.
Christy Alley. I saw Christy Alley, and I was like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. Like, of course she is. Duh.
Okay, so here's like a list sort of. John Travolta, I'm pretty sure a lot of people already know that one.
He's fucking stupid. Yeah, yeah.
Isn't he
Hmm.
like closet gay?
I really think so because, like, after Grease, I was like, wow, he's so good looking. And then I saw Pulp Fiction, and I was like, okay, okay. And then I was like, oh,
Oh.
okay. Like, Hunty, what are you doing?
Um, you already said Christy Alley,
Oh my God, yeah, she's fucking nuts.
Leah Remini, which is how you say her name, Remini.
Remy.
Okay, so Jenna Elfman, do you know who she is?
Hold on, let me, because like if I see their faces, I
Well,
know who
she's
they
from
are.
Dharma and Greg. Do you remember Dharma and Greg?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, she's
Oh,
the
okay, yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow,
Um,
really?
yeah. Okay. Oh
Really?
my God. Juliette Lewis?
Oh no, honey. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Erica Christensen is from Parenthood. Did you ever watch Parenthood?
No, I never watched that, but I know who they are, yeah. Okay,
Oh.
another one that I was like shook is Michael Pena from Ant-Man, the Hispanic guy in Ant-Man who's like
No,
took the
really?
truth serum. Yeah. He's
What?
one. Yeah, in the year 2000, and I was like, and then like I'm reading this off of an Us Weekly ad, but he said allegedly that he joined in 2000. He said 16 years later that his involvement with the church has made him quote unquote a better actor.
Oh my
Whatever.
God.
Whatever.
Oh, he's the first one that popped up on this website. Yeah. That blows my mind. He's been
Because
in
I
some
liked
really
him. He
good
was
stuff.
funny. Yeah, he's like pretty funny. But yeah, I was like, what?
Wow. Let's see. Oh my God, Elizabeth Moss from The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh my God. Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, duh.
Ugh,
You're
I hate
literally
that.
in Scientology acting as a character. Maybe that's why you're so good.
Yeah, and then Laura Prepon is the one from that '70s show.
Yeah, Laura Prepon. Yeah, I was like, I was so surprised. But then I was like,
Oh
well,
my God. Her co-star from that '70s show is one too, Danny Masterson. He was
oh my God.
Hyde.
No way.
Yes, he's one too.
Oh my God.
I don't know who Nancy Cartwright is. I don't
I
even
don't, never heard of her. Ugh.
Ooh, Giovanni Ribisi, he's been in some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was in Friends.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh my gosh, I'm just like blown away. There's
yeah. I
there's
still
black.
just like,
There's like a rapper, Dougie
who?
Fresh.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Okay, so there's this thing that we say at work is like the weekends are for white people shit. Like every weekend when I work and we watch the news during our break, it's like some white people doing some dumb ass shit. Like the weekends are for white people.
Yeah.
And then during the week on Monday, here's a black person just committing some sort of crime. But on the weekends, it's white people doing some dumb crimes. Like white people are fucking, they're doing their gun shit. They're like blowing stuff
Doing their
up.
gun
It's
shit.
just white people fucking stupid. But then it's like skiing. Like so like I was in the room and this guy broke his leg skiing and this one girl, she was black and she said to the other guy, she's like, you would not catch us out on the slopes. And he was like, mm-mm, sure wouldn't. And I was like, yeah, this is a white people sport. But like Scientology, this is some white people shit. Like who the fuck believes in Zunu or Xenon, whatever the fuck the guy's name is on this planet and then the Hawaii aliens? Like what the this is some white people shit.
I want to
Like dumb as
know.
fuck.
I would really like to know, like, I don't. It's definitely something that a psychiatrist would have to look at. These people's brains who believe this shit. So do you watch The
Right?
Walking Dead?
I used to.
One of the girls from The Walking Dead is a
Oh
Scientologist
my
as
gosh.
well.
Well, I mean,
Oh my
I would
God.
be too. I'd have like
I
some major PTSD if I was in that show.
Jerry Seinfeld
Shut
dabbled
up.
in it. He dabbled in it.
I could
How
see
do
him
you dabble in
dabbling.
Scientology?
I could see him dabbling because he's fucking nuts.
But I'm pretty sure, don't you have to sign like a lifetime contract? How do you just dabble when you
I
have to
feel like
sign?
if a celebrity, you could like dabble $100,000 and they'd let you dabble without signing anything, like to test the waters and you no refunds. And he'd be like, that's a no for me, dog. And they'd be like, okay, well, we have your money. So
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I was really blown away about that. Like,
yeah, like the celebrity situation. I was like, why isn't Lindsay Lohan one? Is Kylie Jenner dabbling? Like, cause what the fuck? They
Kylie,
belong.
is Kylie Jenner dabbling?
Y'all need to join it. Okay, just get in. It's okay. We already know.
I feel like this is like a random just thing about Scientology, like this whole episode. We're not even talking about the history or anything, but it's just such a wild religion. Who gives a fuck about the history? That doesn't even matter. Like
Right?
it was created in 1953, I'm pretty sure, and it's still going on today, and that alone should blow your mind.
Yeah, that people are still like, yeah, I can believe this. Like,
Yeah,
what?
people are willingly ruining their relationships with their families because the church is telling them to. They're ruining their
Yeah, it's
I
not
don't
just like we're gonna have an argument over Sunday dinner because dad went to church and mom didn't. It's
yeah.
like I'm cutting you out of my life and I never want to speak to you again. Like they are like ruining, like they're ostracizing themselves from their friends and family because they're not believing in this random shit.
Yeah. Oh my
Like it's
God.
nuts.
And there's so much abuse. Of course, with any big thing like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and straight up, you can come for me. I'm gonna call Scientology a cult.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because I mean that's what it is. They're like brainwashing people. They're blackmailing them to stay in the quote unquote religion. Like that's what it is. That's a cult.
Don't they like, okay, I think I might be wrong here. I'm getting like my religious cults confused, but like, don't they have you like join the group and they give you like these random jobs and pay you basically pennies and like that's how they
Yeah.
start brainwashing you? Like they have you like do these random jobs and like you're like, I don't know, like a page boy for them or something and
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're called orcs, I'm pretty sure.
Orcs. Yeah, 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 because I thought of World of
Science.
Warcraft. That's like the
Yeah,
World of Warcraft
Scientology
thing. Yeah.
orcs. Let me
Yeah.
look that up real quick. So
Yeah.
yeah, so there's
You're like their little like they like have you running around doing shit and they like pay you nothing and basically that's how they start getting you because you're like depressed, you don't have any money, you're like at your lowest of the low and they're like, "No, we're going to help you. We're going to help you." And then they like trap you.
okay, so this says it's called the Sea Org, which
Yeah.
because it's the Scientology organization, so the Sea organization. So they describe themselves as a fraternal religious order, and it's basically you work your way up and you can become like a top level Sea Org, but when you're a kid, you start at like the lowest levels. So they're making kids do like adult jobs.
Yeah. Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
taking them away from their families and like what I was getting to with the cult thing is any cult you've ever heard of, there's been sexual abuse.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, men are disgusting.
Yeah,
And
they're
women let
fucking
it happen.
gross.
But all these kids are getting like sexually abused and they're not with their parents. They really have no um, parental figures except for the people who are abusing them. And those people are basically like their bosses.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Mm-hmm. So I found this weird article on the Daily Beast about, okay, so this was written in 2017 about a girl who was a child in Scientology. So like she's writing this like I was 7 years old. So like
Oh
a
my
year
God.
older than Suri Cruise, Tom Cruise's child from Katie Holmes. And basically she was like writing saying how like at 7 years old, a child in Scientology, so like you were saying, kids are basically a distraction from the older people from their higher mission. So kids, like no one gives a fuck about kids.
Oh,
Um, yeah, so then she like goes on to say like Suri Cruise might be having a different experience than I did, mostly because her parents are celebrities, aka Tom Cruise is their fucking god leader, like they can't treat Suri like trash. But she was like, this is honestly probably why Katie Holmes got a divorce from Tom Cruise because she's trying to protect her daughter.
yeah.
Um,
Is sh is Katie Holmes even alive still?
Honestly, I don't know. I've never heard anything about her or Suri because there's a picture on this website and I'm like, is that really Suri Cruise? Like, I don't know. She's blonde. I don't know. But it's like a compound.
Yeah.
Like they talked about the situations like compounds and like her mom was like the girl that's writing this article, her mom was like pushing her aside. Like the girl was like sick, like she was actually like had the flu or something and she just wanted to like be with her mom, like wanting that like reassurance and like that motherly like touch, like that comfort.
Yeah.
And her mom was like pushing her aside, like like no, I can't pay attention to you. Like just shunning her children because they're like allegedly a distraction.
Oh my God.
And basically, like my mindset is like, okay, so you're basically shunning your children, making them weak and wanting something, which is going to like suck them into the religion because that's going to give them what they want. So it's like this vicious, like weird ass cycle of having kids and continuing the religion, but then like abusing your kids emotionally, like by neglecting them. So they look for that like place in life and then oh here's the Sea Orgs, like here you are, and then you somehow like get sucked into this religion by signing your 1 billion year contract. You know
Oh,
what I
that's what it
mean?
is. Yeah, 1 billion.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just like a small loan of 1 billion years of your life.
Um,
And then they like, I don't know, they like married them young too. I know that was like a thing also like with Mormons, like you marry young
yeah.
and but also sex is like forbidden. So
Yeah, like you're not really supposed to have children in Scientology, which is weird.
yeah, right? But I feel like that's also a thing because like if you only have one kid, that's cheaper than like 17 kids.
Yeah.
It's like you can
This
put more money towards a church.
this one couple in Leah Remini's show, they married young, like you said. I think they were still teenagers when they got married, but
Yeah.
they like really did love each other. Like they had a good relationship, and she accidentally got pregnant, and the church forced her to have an abortion. Yeah.
No
Like
way.
because so they were in love and they were kind of doubting the church, but they weren't fully there yet in their mind. And so she got pregnant and he didn't want her to have an abortion. Like he wanted her to have the baby, but the church was like,
No
"No, you're
way.
you're both like in this certain level of being a Sea Org and you can't have a child yet, so you have to have an abortion." So they forced her to
No
have an
way.
abortion. And then she literally had to escape Scientology, like not just
Yeah, you have to
say,
like you literally have to go into hiding. Like it's not just you
yeah,
just like leave and you like keep living in the same address. You have to fucking like like literally escape like the government almost because they know
right.
everything about you.
Like she had to get a burner phone. She ran
Yes.
away. Like someone from her family had already left the church, so she was able to get away. And then her husband was not able to get away right away, so he like stayed to work. So one night he like left at 4 a.m. on his motorcycle. He got followed out
No
of the
way.
compound. Yeah, and I mean, they're good now, like they're out and they're able to get away. But even once you leave the church, Scientology makes your life a living hell because they have all this
Yeah.
information on you.
Exactly. Like it's crazy. Like they know so much about you.
Like, there's been quite a few people who have left, like higher up people who have left, and they don't just try and ruin your life by sending you like voicemails and emails. They go to the community you live in and tell like fucking lies about you. Like you're a child
Mm-hmm.
molester, you're a sex offender. They straight up lie and like ruin your whole fucking life. It's
Yeah,
insane. And they
it's
never give up. They
crazy.
never stop. They're just a vindictive cult.
Yeah, it's like it's so nuts. And like so so like going back to like fucking Tom Cruise, god damn it. So Katie Holmes still alive. She was like so I looked this up to see if she was still alive. And the most recent articles I could see is that how Katie Holmes is talking to like articles about like she's happy that she had Surrey at such a young age. She had Surrey like in her 20s, like
Wow.
early 20s. And I feel like that's a Tom Cruise Scientology thing. And so Surrey Cruz is 13 years old, which is
Holy shit.
yeah, that's blowing my mind. She also looks like she's 20 fucking five in the picture I'm looking at
Okay, I
with
need to Google that
her
right now.
coffee and Sephora bag. But Katie Holmes is like saying like, "Oh, I feel like we've grown up together." Yeah, bitch, because you were in your early 20s. So you were growing up together. Like they're like alive and thriving. I have no idea if Tom Cruise like ever even sees her, but Katie Holmes and her daughter, Surrey Cruz, sometimes work out together. Okay, first of all,
Wow.
what? But yeah, so that's like a situation. But
She's
like,
really pretty.
oh yeah, she's gorgeous. My God. But yeah,
Wow.
absolutely nuts. So I
Um,
feel like they only had her because of the whole Scientology thing. Like, who gets pregnant in their 20s? Like,
yeah.
early 20s.
Also, think about that. She was in her early 20s, and this dude was in his like 40s.
Right? Right? Like, it's
That's just odd.
crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. I can't believe it.
Okay, so another big deal. So the guy that runs the church now that L. Ron Hubbard is dead, his name is David Miscavige.
He
Okay.
sounds great. Okay, yeah.
He's a horrible fucking person, obviously, because he's running that church. But
Yeah.
get this, his wife, Shelly Miscavige, has been missing for 5 years.
Shut. the fuck up.
And okay, so he says she's not missing, she's fine, but she honestly has not been seen in public in over 5 years.
Okay, Gordon most recently maybe watched the movie Castaway or Overboard. I can't remember. Hold on, let me Google it before I get
Okay.
fucked up. Okay, is it Overboard?
Is he in the room with you?
No, I
Oh,
wish he fucking was so I could understand which the name. Okay, it's not Castaway. I'm so sorry. Oh God, sorry everyone that likes to watch movies and that's not me. Okay, the movie's Overboard.
okay. What's it
You're,
about?
it's the original one that he made me watch about this like guy that was like a carpenter on this boat for this bitch that was like super uber rich and she falls off the boat and loses her memory and he like takes her in and like tricks her into being
Oh
his
my god.
wife
Oh my
to
god.
like get back at her and he like lives on a farm. Long story short, it reminds me of that movie where like this guy, the husband, the of the girl that lost her memory who was uber rich, she goes missing and her mom keeps calling to like see where the fuck she is cuz she has all the money. It's like that. Like where is this bitch's family to be like, hello, where is she? Oh, it's been 5 years. She's still at the grocery store. Oh, okay, I'll just call back again tomorrow. Oh, she's at this mall. Oh, okay, no big deal. Like, what? Like, what? She's been missing for 5 years. Someone needs to find this woman.
Yeah.
She did.
I don't know. So they have um I think you said earlier they have these compounds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they have some for the higher up people, and they're just like these huge fucking mansions on like 500 acres, and that's where they claim she is. They claim she's um, on a base outside of Los Angeles called Lake Arrowhead.
Okay, well, I'm gonna need my FBI agent to like get off of my camera and go find
Yeah.
her because I'm not doing anything interesting for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Okay.
It says sources that know her well say she'll likely stay there for as long as required of her, not because she has to, but because she wants to. Okay, so sis cannot ask for help because she's being held captive by a crazy cult leader.
FBI agent, if you could just do me a solid and go
Help
help this
her
woman,
out.
please. Like, she needs help. What?
Isn't that insane? And so Leah Remini tried to file a police report, and the police were basically like, no, we can't do anything about that. So
Probably
this guy's
because,
just getting
like,
away with keeping his wife either captive or murdering her.
this is like Rapunzel. Like she's trapped in a castle. Girl, let down your long hair. Like you need like but she can't because there's probably no cell phones and she has like 5 people guarding her at all times. Like Hunty.
Yeah,
Oh my God, that is crazy. And
I know.
like people believe this. People are like, yep, I believe this. This is a cool thing to do.
It's just insane. One thing that I find really fucked up about of the multiple things I find fucked up about the Church of Scientology is they use drug rehabilitation centers as a way to get new members.
Of course, because they're getting people like at their weakest. That's what happens. Like on our last episode or whenever we talked about it, when I was like kind of talking shit about people that are in their low points, like
Yeah,
that's how they come to religion. Like people dying are always like seeking another like because when you think about it, like what do you want to believe? Like you go to heaven and you're chilling with JC or you're fucking dead and there's just nothing. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like when you find people at their weakest, that's when they're the most like manipulated because they just want to believe something. But I'm sure they spin it off like, oh, we're helping the population,
yeah.
aka getting more members.
Oh my God, it's so
Need more
fucked up.
orgs.
Need more orgs.
Need more orgs.
Um, I'm just seeing all these articles about like, so did you know that Elvis Presley's daughter Lisa Marie was in the Church of Scientology?
Honestly, kind of surprised, but also
Not
it's
really.
just like it's just like if you were to tell me like I don't know, it's just
I feel like I can't be surprised anymore now that I know Donna from that 70s show
yeah,
and the girl
she
from Handmaid's
really
Tale.
yeah. Donna from that 70s show just like really did an end that I was like, all right, well anybody with money is just gonna believe some dumb shit now because like they probably all just do coke to wake up. Like they all wake up, roll out of bed and like, oh I'm rich. Okay, let's
Yeah.
start my day. Like literally yesterday I had a patient that like broke their hip And then to deal with the pain, they did a line of coke.
Are you kidding me?
I'm so fucking serious. I was
Oh my
like,
God.
okay, so this
I
is
mean,
this is what we do now. So
I
like
can't say I wouldn't
celebrities,
do the
like
same.
right? Like it's here and might as well snort it.
Wow.
Like celebrities that just have so much access to like drugs and stuff. Like, okay, even like at EDC, the Electric Daisy Carnival, I think is EDC,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Electric Dance Music. Okay, that was like going on in Orlando. And a friend of mine was like a paramedic there. And they said they witnessed, so like this is a healthcare professional witnessing someone do a line of coke, ketamine, and I forgot what the other drug was, but they mixed three drugs together and just kept on partying and like no one did anything about it because I guess it's just like a controlled area where like you witness these things happen, but unless they like need medical intervention, you're just watching this bullshit go on. I guess that's like what it's like to be a celebrity where you can just do whatever the fuck and no one's gonna say anything and you just continue on with your life. And then you're just like, Scientology, and everyone's like, okay, great. Like your personal assistant's like, great, I'll distance myself from you, but just enough that I can still be getting paid, but also I'm not going to join because I don't want to devote a billion years of my existence.
Oh my God.
Like that's just what I imagine. Like it's crazy.
This whole thing is crazy. It kind of makes me really angry to talk about, actually.
Like
I'm just
I'm
so angry that people like that this is still a thing.
there's a lot of things that I'm just kind of like it is about to be 2020. We're about to not need glasses because we can see 2020 and people still believe like some dumb shit. And I'm just like, I literally don't get it.
No.
Because even
You
like growing up Catholic from a religious background, it's like some of the shit we believe, I'm like, okay, sure. Like this isn't like an euphemism. Like you don't, y'all really believe this? Like,
Yeah.
we gonna, he really turned one loaf of bread into 70 million loaves. Okay.
Okay.
Does water turn into wine? He didn't like prick his finger and turn it red. Okay, cool, great, awesome. Body and blood of Christ. Amen. Like,
Yeah.
y'all really believe this? Okay, it's fine.
I have
It's
such a
fine.
hard time. I have such a hard time with religion. Like, I grew up Episcopalian, which is kind of like Catholic. I went to confirmation. I dropped out.
Same.
Did
Oh,
you
I
did you
finished.
go to
I
confirmation? Oh,
graduated.
you finished. God, you're such a good
Yeah.
little Catholic girl.
But see, like, I can't ever go to heaven because, or whatever, because I haven't done the, like, the total, like, seven holy sacraments. Like, I did everything up until getting married because I didn't get married in the church. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
frowned upon. I
I
fucked up
didn't either.
there. Yeah. So I, you know, there's that.
But I did like all the things I was supposed to do. I did all the youth group stuff. I was an acolyte. Do you know what an acolyte is?
What the fuck is that?
So I was the little girl that carried candles down the aisle. I followed the
Okay. So
priest.
you were like an altar boy.
Yeah, I was like an
Got
altar
you.
boy, but they call them acolytes.
Got you.
I did that every fucking Sunday. Like, I went to the youth groups, I sang in the choir, I did confirmation until I dropped out because I was like, nah, bitch. Um,
Damn.
I
You
just,
did the most.
I did the most. I have never understood religion. I've literally questioned it from day one. I just I don't get it. I don't understand. No disrespect to anyone who is religious. It's just my personal like my personal viewpoint, but maybe that's why I have such a hard time understanding Scientology because I'm like, how can you possibly believe this? But then I think like everyone believes something.
Yeah, even if you're atheist, you believe
Yeah.
in nothing, you still believe in something. Like, I honestly
I
think
still
the
believe in
easiest,
being a good person. Like that I guess that's my belief is like my belief is okay, I'm still a good person. I'm gonna die, but I'm a good person on earth now. I guess that's my belief. But so for these people their belief is Xenu.
if you
And
don't
like
believe in Xenu, you ain't got shit. If you don't believe that these other aliens were sent here and caught by a giant coffee filter and then turned into humans, I literally don't know what you believe.
I, yeah, so maybe I'm just being really quick to judge because I don't get it. But I mean,
It's just, in my mind, it's all really hard to grasp. But then also, I think that this is where like aliens kind of come into play. Maybe Xenu, you're real. What's up? Please take away my FBI agent. I don't need him following my life.
But I would think
Um,
that aliens would be really peaceful creatures.
I think they
With
would be
Scientology, there's
judgmental as
nothing
fuck.
peaceful about it.
I feel like aliens are judgmental as fuck. Like, look at these idiots. They haven't even discovered teleportation yet. They're dumb. They're the white trash of the galaxy.
Yes.
That's like literally what I think.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Oh,
It's just like so weird because it's nice to believe in something
yeah.
and it's nice to believe in like things that make sense, I guess.
Yeah.
But we really all just don't know. Like, I really, honestly, when I wake up early as fuck to drive to work every day and I'm like, do I really have to go to work? I like to think that this is just the Matrix and I'm gonna wake up and I'm be like, oh, that was only 10 minutes of my life, when in reality, it's my real life and I'm 79 years old and I hate my life. Hi, Piper. I heard you shake. I love you.
She just jumped up here. So I was doing some major conspiracy theory. The Illuminati episode we did last week really got me like my blood pumping for
Oh,
conspiracy
girl.
theories.
Shook.
And so I started watching Shane Dawson,
Oh
who
my
is
God,
kind
love
of
him.
I love him too, but he's the most. He does the most.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I
Him
could
and
not get enough of him and Jeffree Star. Like, that whole Jeffree Star. Oh my God, I found my chapstick. I was so happy.
I know I saw that. I really love them and like I shouldn't because it's so dumb, but
I know,
I
but I can't get
do.
enough. I cannot get enough.
I can't either. So he has a whole series of conspiracy theories, and some of them are pretty crazy, but some of them I was honestly shook.
Which
Like,
ones?
okay, so there's this one about how we are just all living in this like simulation.
Yeah.
Okay, have you heard that one?
Yeah.
So we're all basically living in a simulation, and it ties a lot into flat Earth, which we're gonna
Love.
do a whole episode on that, so I'm not gonna talk about that. But basically, we live in this dome, and we basically live in like a video game.
Honestly, Stephen King wrote a book and it's called Under the Dome.
Oh my
And
God, I have to read it.
it's a really, she thick. She a thick book.
Oh, I like
But
them thick.
basically, it's like, and he also has a TV series about it, which I don't know, the book is always better. But basically, spoiler alert, I guess, but there's this dome that falls on top of this small town. And it's like this, basically, if you were to take a clear plastic, like, dish and put it over an anthill, the anthill would be a city.
Yeah.
And it's like how these people interact during like this time of crisis where they're like, what the fuck is going on? And like the United States government is trying to figure out what's going on. They're like bombing this dome thing and like nothing's happening. And I'm not going to ruin the end because it's really interesting, but it's kind of like a conspiracy theory that there's other things out there controlling situations.
That blows my mind. I love Stephen King. He's the best. Um,
Yeah, it's just like nuts.
God. But yeah, I guess we're off of Scientology now.
Sorry,
So anyway, that was our episode
everyone.
about Scientology.
Surprise.
I just yeah, so I went down a rabbit hole and you'll have to watch all his stuff. He did some about like Disney and child stars and how they're treated. Some of them aren't really conspiracy theories, they're just like really fucked up things that have happened.
Okay, but can we talk about Britney Spears? Is like that's like a thing that I think no one talks about.
How she went crazy.
Like, okay, 2007 Britney Spears, like that meme where she shaves her head because
Yeah.
allegedly she was getting drug tested and didn't want to lose her kids and whatever. But like, have you followed her Instagram or like looked at it? Like, she's still fucking nuts. Like, she's
She
still not
is.
okay.
I've watched a YouTube video about that. I'm pretty sure Kendall Ray um did a whole video about that. Oh shit, my alarm's going off for my birth
I
control.
hear it. Take it. Don't get pregnant unless you want to. Don't take it.
No, I do
Don't take
not.
it.
I'm actually going next week to get an IUD put in. Well, I have to for my surgery.
No. You have to get an IUD for your surgery or
Yeah,
like,
so I literally cannot get pregnant for 18 months. Because I
wow,
won't
that
have.
ruins all of my plans.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
No.
sorry. Please still be friends with me.
Okay.
Hold
Oh
on.
my God, are you dying? I'm losing my best friend to
I've got to
coughing
pee.
fit. Okay.
Um, Where was I going with that? Oh,
That's
yeah.
okay.
So I don't want to get too far into this, but basically I saw this video that was like pop stars, any celebrity really, anytime they have a mental breakdown, they go to the hospital to get reprogrammed.
That makes so much sense.
Like the Illuminati or whoever is running this simulation that we live in. Oh my God, we sound crazy right
No, we don't, because when you think about it, okay, so Britney Spears lost her fucking shit in 2007,
now. Out
and
of
like
nowhere.
out of nowhere, allegedly is because she wanted to shave her head because she didn't want to get drug tested because she didn't want to lose her kids. But also, what drugs are you doing? You should probably lose your kids.
Yeah.
And then it's just like everyone kind of forgot about her and they just like use this meme like, but then you look at her Instagram and she's still fucking nuts. She posts these like random dancing videos of her like dancing around her house doing the same moves. Bitch, are you on TikTok or what? And then also Lindsay Lohan, like, did we all just forget she's like hiding overseas? Like,
What?
yeah, like Lindsay Lohan is just like chilling over in England or some shit. Like,
Doesn't she have a show?
I don't know. I thought they were trying to like do some shit like a new reality show with her or whatever,
Yeah, I
but
don't know.
it's like she was like on drugs 24/7 and
Oh, and Amanda Bynes.
oh my God, yeah, Amanda Bynes was trying to come back, but then also Paris Hilton is still putting out music like bitch ain't no one downloading that on Spotify. Just
Stop.
please, bitch, please stop. Just go run a hotel. Go be a hotel manager,
Oh my
please.
God.
But like, yeah, it's like all these celebrities just like lose their shit and then they kind of like fall off the face of the earth and no one like cares for a hot minute. And then I don't know, because if you, I don't know. Let me like research Britney Spears. Hold up.
Well,
Britney Spears.
I think the video I watched on YouTube was about her voice and about how like she won't, because she'll sing in her Instagram videos, but she won't ever do it without one of those voice filters.
Yeah. Okay. So update as of 2 hours ago, Britney Spears is planning to go to court in the new year to fight for her children.
They have to be like in their teens now.
So, so there
Wow.
is a custody battle between Kevin Federline and Britney Spears.
Oh my God, why did she get involved with the backup dancer?
Her
That was her
kids,
first mistake.
first of all, her kids are like old as fuck. They're about to graduate from college, okay? Not really, but
What?
they're old as shit.
Well, if
So,
Suri is 13, they have to be around the same age, right?
yeah, like, come on, Brittany. You don't need to fight for them. She just needs to pay Federline more money. I don't know.
Kevin Federline.
Ew.
Brittany Federline.
Ew, please stop. Oh my
Oh,
God.
weird. We got way off topic.
We really did. And to get more off topic, the other day I tried to play Britney Spears during like surgery,
Yeah.
and literally it played one song, Toxic, and then it went straight to like all Lady Gaga on YouTube. Like it said, nah, bitch, Lady Gaga it is.
The only song of Britney Spears' that I really like is Lucky, and I'm gonna sing that as a lullaby to my
Oh my
children.
God, that song. My friend and I used to like put on dances to that song when we were like 6. Like, oh my God,
Oh
let's put on
yeah.
a dance to this song, Lucky. And we'd like do like a
She's
whole
so
situation.
lucky.
Hair flip,
She's a star.
shoulder shimmy, slowly. Cry, cry, cry.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna one up you real quick.
do
When
it.
when I was in 5th grade, my friends and I used to do we were not cheerleaders. But we
Okay,
would do
same.
we would do cheerleading moves to I Like Big Butts, and I cannot lie. In
Whoa.
my friend's living room, we would put all the pillows and the blankets on the floor and literally like do cheer moves. We
Safety
would like
first.
throw each other up in the air.
Oh shit.
She had like vaulted ceilings or whatever,
Wow,
so they
so
were
you
really
like
tall.
flew. Everyone was the flyer.
Everyone was a flyer, and it was only to that song, so I literally know every single word to I Like Big Butts, and I cannot lie.
Wow, that is literally the best thing I've ever heard.
You're welcome for that story. Emily Pierce, if you're out there, I remember that.
Shout out to you, bitch.
Oh, I feel bad that I just said her last name. I'm gonna have to bleep that out.
Emily,
Actually, I think she's
please.
married now, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, just Google her really quick. I don't know.
Oh my God. So yeah, that's the memory that just
My
popped
God.
up.
That is so great. But yeah, we used to like put on dances specifically to Lucky, and I'm like, I don't, it's like the lamest song to put on a dance to.
But it worked. That was your thing.
It did. It was like, yeah, it was our thing. Also, my friends had bunk beds and I never did. What the fuck, mom? Although I was an only child, I still could have had a bunk bed just saying, God
Becca
damn
had a
it.
bunk bed, and they really weren't that great.
Okay,
I
my
wanted
brother
it
had
to
one
be
and they were
good.
great. They like loved their bunk bed and I was like, I want one so bad.
I thought you had a brother.
Yeah, but he is 9 years younger.
Oh, yeah. Also, why would you have a bunk bed with a brother or a sister?
Yeah, what the fuck? Also, Britney Spears, sorry to like go back to her, but her extensions always look like fucking trash.
They
Who the
really
fuck is her
do.
hairstylist? It like always looks like trash, bitch. You're like probably in your 40s. We know your hair's not blonde anymore. Just stop. Or at
Oh
least
my
get
God.
less gold highlights. Go with the seasons.
She is in her 40s, and that makes me feel old.
How old is she like for real?
Okay, so her first album, I'm pretty sure she was, I'm gonna Google it real quick. Just look up
Okay,
how old she is.
she's only 38. Okay, sorry for
Oh,
everyone.
sorry.
Oh my God.
I
I'm
mean, she's basically
practically
40.
I'm basically the same age as her, and I'm like, oh my God, she's like so old. We're twins, okay?
She must have been young when her first album came out because I'm pretty sure it was 1998 and I was 8. She must have been young. I know that Christina Aguilera was really young.
Oh yeah, they were both totally young. Is Christina Aguilera still okay? Like I know she was like doing like some major weight situation, like where she was like uber skinny and like not skinny, and then she's like uber skinny again, and I was like, oh no.
I have no idea. She was on The Voice. I know that.
Maybe that's what it was, because like they make celebrities basically like drink water for 74 years until they get skinny to put them on TV again, which is oh my God. Sorry, FBI agent. Sorry I'm spilling all your secrets.
Please don't give us a bad rating.
Please give me 5 stars for being honest.
Um, I I don't know. I really should follow celebrities more, but I don't. And I especially don't now that I don't have cable.
Okay, on Instagram, I used to follow a lot of celebrities and I unfollowed a lot of them for my own mental
Ew.
health. Like, I was following Kylie Jenner for like a long time and I was like, I need to just fucking stop because this is not real life.
I think I still follow Kim, but I don't follow any of the other ones. And like, I just don't really like following big celebrities like that.
Yeah, same. I'm just like, it's not even real life. Like, y'all are like, it's too much.
Nobody in my little meager like one bedroom apartment, I cannot try and be the same person that you are, and that's just gonna fuck with me mentally.
Yeah, for real. Especially like they're, oh, my morning routine. Like, bitch, my morning routine is maybe sometimes I'll put coconut oil on my face and hope for a good day. Like, I can't deal.
I'll wash my hair 2 times a week.
Ugh, oh my God, I try to wear hats as much as possible.
I also
Like,
have a baby that I actually take care of.
oh my God, you do have a baby.
I'm talking about you.
Congratulations.
I'm being you.
No, I'm being you. You also have a baby.
He turns 8 months tomorrow.
Oh my God, he's so grown.
He's
Juliet turned 8 months today. I love you, Juliet. Sorry I didn't celebrate your
hold
eight
up.
month anniversary.
She was literally born a day before him.
Yeah, she was born on 4/9.
I'm the worst aunt ever.
Do I even know? I'm actually pulling up my phone right now to make sure that I'm not fucking up her birthday.
I was like
Okay, yeah,
convinced she
she's definitely 8 months old today.
well, I'm horrible. I thought her birthday was the 24th. I'm a horrible person.
It literally doesn't matter because I literally just had to Google on my calendar when her birthday was.
Okay, well, happy birthday, Juliet. Happy 8 months.
Happy 8 months, bitch. Please stop standing up and trying to kill yourself. We love you.
For real. Please
Does
don't.
Jack do that shit? Because I cannot
Yeah.
fucking. Every second is a headache.
He pulled out, I was cleaning out his drawers, okay? And he pulled out a drawer to stand up, and it's a drawer. So he puts his weight on it and he like goes in and I have to like jump in and save him so he doesn't slam his head into the dresser and pinch his fingers. Babies are deadly.
That's your drunk roommate trying to actively kill itself 24/7.
And he just
I don't know how you
hobbles
do
and like,
it. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how daycares do it. I don't get it. Stay-at-home moms, if you're listening, the props to you.
how do you do it?
How do you do it?
Okay. Well, that was a fun episode.
Yeah,
If you came for Scientology, you also got some conspiracy theories and a lot of talk about Britney Spears.
you're welcome. It's Brittany, bitch.
It's Britney, bitch. Um, okay. So yeah, follow us on Instagram at Wild and Woke Pod. Can I tell you what I did to get some recognition these past few days? And you're gonna be like, wow, you are desperate.
What did you do? Tell me.
So I went to my favorite podcast, and that's why we
Uh-huh.
drink. And
Oh,
I went
fuck yeah.
to My Favorite Murder and oh, Crime Junkie. Those are like the three big podcasts that I listen
Yeah,
to.
my
I
fave.
literally went through their followers list and added.
Oh my God, you are literally the MVP.
I went through and added people, and honestly, 80% of the people added me back, but it was on our.
Shut up.
We gained a lot of followers in the past few days. You'll have to check it out. But
Oh
now we
my
have
God.
like 100 and something followers, and people were like interacting with the poll that I did. Honestly, it was only 14 people, but whatever.
Oh my God, that's still more than one, which is AKA me.
Right? Like
Because I'm
14
always like
people
on your
answered
shit.
my questions. So half of them said, no, wait, 5 people said paranormal was their favorite. 5 people said that true crime was their favorite, and then 4 people said that conspiracy theories were their favorite. So I think we can do like a pretty good mix of all
Oh
those.
my God, that is so fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I'm
Wow,
so excited.
wow.
I
So,
literally just
based
want
off
to.
of your poll, we should probably do paranormal next because we haven't fucked with paranormal yet.
We should, yeah. Oh, and I talked to my brother's girlfriend, and she wants
Yeah.
to do a missing, like a true crime with us about Maura
Yes.
Murray. I don't know if you've ever heard about Maura Murray, but she's
That
like a
sounds
missing
so
person.
familiar.
Yeah. Kendall Ray, I don't know if you've watched Kendall. I don't know if you do this.
I love her.
She did an episode on it, and it's really good. It's a really weird story. Like this girl just up and goes missing. Anyway, so we're gonna do some paranormal. We're gonna do some true crime because I feel like these past 2 episodes have been like sort of conspiracy-y.
Yeah, for sure.
So you have that to look forward to. So check back in for episode number 4.
Hell
Yay!
yeah, subscribe.
Subscribe. Tell all your friends about us. Leave us reviews. Help
Five
us
stars
grow.
only.
Yeah, if you leave us anything else than 5 stars, you can just get the fuck off our
You've
podcast.
been banned. You've been
You've
blocked,
been banned.
reported. You've been reported to my FBI investigator. Reported.
Just kidding. We'll take any review.
Yeah, please just leave one. It can be like 0 stars. Please just, I need something. Help.
We just want to get on Spotify.
I